I you know, Gilmore will probably take on why I hate when I do this. I hate when I do this. I blank on names. It's terrible. Gilmore, they'll probably put Gilmore on Smith Schuster,
Okay.
and then they'll double cover Brown, which I think will be smart. If they try doing it the other way around, I think Brown will just torch Gilmore. I have all the respect in the world for him, but let's just face it, Antonio Brown is the best in the business, and he knows it. Which is what I really love about the guy.
Oh, yeah.
I really do. You got to love it. So that's the way things are going to run. If you can force it into Ben's hands, and you get good coverage in the backfield, then the Patriots are going to come out on top. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think the Patriots come out of there with a victory. And I'm sorry, guys. I know you're all out there listening, saying this guy is insane, but you have to look at the history of this team, at the history of this game. Tom Brady is 8-2 against the Steelers, and I just this incarnation is not the best Steelers incarnation. I granted it's not the best Patriots incarnation either, but when push comes to shove, it's going to come down to the quarterback play and the game calling from the sidelines. And anybody out there is going to have to admit that Bill Belichick is going to coach circles around Mike Tomlin 9 times out of 10, but this could be the 10th time. So, don't at me later, people.
He always does, and it's so frustrating. And you're right, there is a stubbornness there with Tomlin, and they don't make adjustments, and they don't.
Nope.
It's stubbornness. It's stubbornness or arrogance. I don't know, but it's extremely frustrating. You ever come down to Pittsburgh and say what you were saying about Tomlin, you'll fit right in, especially this week. There's a lot of people that do not are not fans of Mike Tomlin right now.
No, there really aren't. I actually said it the other day, a couple of weeks ago during the Chargers game, that Anthony Lynn went in and made adjustments during halftime for his team. He went in, he got in front of a board, he made adjustments, he talked to his coaches. Mike Tomlin went into his locker room, pounded his chest on his fist against his chest, and said, "That's right, we're bad, let's go out there." That's it. That's what Mike Tomlin does. He doesn't know how to make adjustments. He doesn't defer, he doesn't listen to his coaching staff. It's all about the size of his dick and not about the size of his IQ, and that's what keeps killing this team. And it just puts another check into the boxes of not just the Patriots, but any other talented team in the NFL.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean that's why they lost to the Chargers.
Yep.
Phillip Rivers is a good quarterback too, and
Mm-hmm.
when you don't adjust, even if it works in the beginning of the game, they're gonna figure it out.
That's it.
And then,
a lot of the people up here are giving Belichick a lot of grief because the first half of games people keep screaming. Why haven't I seen? Why aren't they going to Josh Gordon? Josh Gordon hasn't been even targeted. Well, that's because the game plan dictates and what Tom Brady is looking at dictates that he goes somewhere else. And then a team adjusts, and what do you know? Josh Gordon is in single coverage. Now I'll throw him the ball.
Right.
Good teams do this. Good teams adjust. Good teams see what the opponent is giving them and takes it. This is what the Patriots do. Too often, I'm sorry guys, too often the Steelers just go in there, this is our game, this is our game plan, this is what we do, and you're going to have to stop us. And when you run up against different teams, they stop you. When you run up against good teams, they stop you. And they don't adjust. They don't change their game plan. And it's a shame because you have the talent to do that. You really do. You have the talent down there to be able to adjust and to play against another team's weakness week in and week out. and you've been able to do that for the past 10 years or longer, and so you don't do it. You just don't do it well enough. And people who argue for Tomlin say, but he makes the playoffs every year, and he's 12-4 every year, or 11-5 every year. But if you sit there and you get knocked out year after year for the same reasons, and those 4 teams that you lose to are better, are not as good as you are, and you've just been out schemed, you have to look at the coaching staff, and they haven't done that.
Yeah. It'll be real interesting to see if I highly doubt they would make a coaching change, because the Steelers just don't do that. But
no,
you never know. You never know. Never know. You know, it's not Dan Rooney running things anymore. It's his son, and they're saying, well, maybe his son will do things differently. So
yeah,
we will see.
We'll see.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate this.
I appreciate you asking me, and hopefully we can someday again. I'll get you on one of my shows.
That would be great. All
right,
Thomas
it was
Murphy.
Great talking to you.
Thank you. I'll see you. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow to recap what happened in the Major League Baseball winter meetings. Then Sunday we recap the Steelers-Patriots game. Whatever happens, win or lose, it should be interesting. Thanks again to Thomas Murphy. Talk to you later. Another episode is in the bag.
At the end of the universe, oh, it's right here. At the end of the universe,